Republicans from the state legislature who went to the White House, and they got criticized by Stephen Miller for not trying to stop undocumented children from attending public schools in Texas. Miller even said, does Texas have a RINO problem? Is he suggesting that Texas Republicans are RINOs?
Well, you know, a RINO these days is anybody who has a conversation with a Democrat must be a RINO. It takes RINOs, if that's what a RINO is, it takes RINOs to run the state, to get bills passed, to run to agree on a budget, to agree on how the state's going to be governed. Anybody who says anything nice or cooperates with the Democrats is called a RINO. This is the kind of hardline government that's proposed by the Trump administration that now against immigration. Texas has always accommodated children. It was a 5-4 vote. They had to allow the immigrant children to go to school in Tyler. Texas has accepted them and said, well, it's the federal government's decision on whether they're going to stay here. If they're going to stay here, we're going to teach them in school. And
Natalie, you and I have watched every single one of these sessions the past few cycles. Every legislature is more conservative than the last.
Yeah, and to piggyback off of what Bud was saying, we have seen this before in the Supreme Court. Public education is not to be denied to anyone despite immigration status. So I think we should, the Texas House Republicans should really just let go of the theatrics of a political litmus test and uphold the law. This is what voters asked them to do. So they really should not think twice about what the president's aide thinks of them.
So do we expect, Ashley, the House to respond to the president's aide next session?
Well, it may not be the House, but I think depending on who wins that Attorney General's race come November, we could have a very real answer to this. You know, I had the opportunity to talk to Republican Congressman Chip Roy. You guys know he's in the runoff for May for the Republican side of that ticket for that race. He says that Supreme Court decision that requires it is one of the top things he wants to look at challenging if he becomes the Attorney General of Texas. But I think we also have to take a moment to back and think about the actual ramifications of if something like this were to happen, what that would look like in Texas and what that would do to our state. And I would think that people on both sides of the aisle would agree it's not going to be pretty.